What if you could change your relationship with fear and the future and your life's purpose? Those are some of the themes that are going to be answered today in today's All That Is Infinite Wisdom channeling series. My name's Derek, so let's get right into this. What I do on the this series of All That Is Infinite Wisdom channelings is I take the questions that come in throughout the week from you and I connect into a trance state with non-physicals, and then they will directly give me the information and speak through my voice to let you know what the messages are. So I tune into everyone's spirit team, these non-physicals, and yeah, let's get right into this. So today's questions, one is from Lydia and one is from Serdar. So I'll read both of them now, and then I will read the first one again. I'll tap into the trance state, I'll channel that answer. Then I'll read the second one to you again, and then I will tap in and connect in with the non-physicals for that answer. So, sound good? Cool. So, Lydia says, "Hi, friend. This question, let me get this over here. This question for channeling comes on the coattails of your recent post. My question for the collective through your channeling would be, how does one continue to follow their passion with excitement when fear and doubt sets in?" It's a great question. Thank you, Lydia, for sending this in. If you have a question, you can go ahead and email me uh, or just leave it in the comments. And next Tuesday, United States Denver Mountain Time, then we will put out the answers to that. The second question from Serdar is, they have found an unknown thing in the sky. Is it coming to Earth? Daryl Anka said that ETs are going to make themselves known and have contact by 2027. Are they really getting ready to connect with humanity? Also, when will these endless conflicts and wars end? So let's get right into this. I'm going to just light some Palo Santo wood to just really clear the space to invite in pure positive energy, the highest and greatest good. Intention is powerful. We're creating a sacred container here for this channeling today. That's perfect. And I'm going to do Lydia's question first here. And I'll just read that out loud, and then I am going to tap in. It's got to put that Palo Santo somewhere that it can continue to burn for a minute. So, this question for channeling comes in on the coattails of your recent post. My question for the collective through your channeling would be, how does one continue to follow their passion with excitement when fear and doubt sets in? How does one continue to follow their passion with excitement when fear and doubt sets in? Okay, so tapping in now. How does one continue with excitement in the face of doubt and fear? Doubt and fear have a certain heaviness to them. Doubt and fear are part of a polarity, a duality that exists in your time space reality on the earth plane. However, you must realize that doubt and fear are not pushing you down, they're not holding you back. Doubt and fear are guiding you more. Doubt and fear are showing you the places in which your soul is expanding. As you expand into a larger version of yourself, doubt and fear will inevitably be unearthed, so to speak, through your energy field. Doubt and fear are the growing pains of your soul. And your soul is expanding at an astonishing rate when you do feel doubt and fear around your purpose, around your mission on this planet. For if you are not growing, there would be nothing to fear because you would be experiencing the same frequencies that you always have. And we say, how much fun is that? For you did not come here to have an experience of perfect bliss. You came here to experience the fear, the doubt. Yes, you also came here to experience the joy, the expansion, the bliss. However, without the doubt and fear, you have little dimension to your soul and to your story. For these are opportunities not to contract in, but to open wider, to choose love. Everything you do, everything you think, not just the outer actions, the inner thoughts, the inner landscape. This is showing you, dear soul, that this is where you open wider. This is where you still are carrying beliefs that are not in resonance with the version that you are growing into. As you grow into a higher, more vibrant, more brightly shining light on your planet, the more these patterns and programs will be touched. The light of consciousness shines into them, into every corner, every crevice. However, what we would like you to know is that your consciousness is big enough to hold all of these energies concurrently. For you may find that you are able to bring love to these frequencies of fear and doubt, that you may open to them even more, as uncomfortable as it initially is. You open to these, you allow them to take whatever form, intensity, or shape that they want to take. And you realize that you are safe in that moment as you are feeling that fear, as you are feeling that doubt. And you continue to push past it because you are a soul that realizes that most on your planet do not have the courage, are not energetically equipped as you are to fully feel these energies and emotions. And that in itself is a wondrous gift, for you are one that has it all, so to speak. There is always a gift, there is always a silver lining that comes as these denser imprints of fear are alchemized into power for you on your planet. For these are common experiences that we see are very, very rampant within your collective consciousness as humans. So, this means that this is more of a common experience than not. So, by you having the courage to face what many others have not faced, you are walking on uncharted territory. These fears and doubts can become your greatest fuel for the amazing things you will create to help alchemize more of these energies on your planet. As someone who is here to help an entire consciousness collectively raise, as you are, dear soul, you will be given things that are very intense. You will need to experience and understand through experience every texture, every detail, every imprint that this energy had, and not to dwell on it or continue to carry the weight of it, but to have a deeper level of understanding where you see how this fits into a larger ecosystem of energy. So we invite you, starting this now moment, to simply feel, to love yourself in your imperfection, to love the wide range of experiences you have while you are here. How is this difficulty awakening compassion and wisdom in your own heart, mind that will, whose benefit will ripple far, far beyond in ways that you will never be able to comprehend as you are in this physical body and physical form in the environment of what you call Earth. So just remember that this Earth plane is but a simulation, dear soul. Your soul came here to experience it all, and you can fully love yourself experiencing it all. Thank you. So that was question number one from Lydia. Now we're going into question number two from Serdar. They have found an unknown thing in the sky. Is it coming to Earth? Daryl Anka said that ETs are going to make themselves known and have contact by 2027. Are they really getting ready to connect with humanity? Also, when will these endless conflicts and wars end? Okay, tapping in now. Dear soul, what you have seen as an object flying through the sky or been led to believe by others that was an object flying through the sky was just that, an object flying through the sky. Was this object a extraterrestrial being? Our answer and guidance to you is that it was not. We ask you to have extreme discernment at this time on your planet, as there are many different tactics that are used to manipulate your understanding of what your physical reality is, what your spiritual reality is. At the very same time that we ask you to use such discernment, we also ask you to keep an open mind and be open to possibilities and ways that your human mind cannot right now formulate in a way that makes sense to your human brain. Will ETs make contact with humans on your planet? And the answer is yes. And the answer is that they are already beginning to connect with human beings in subtle and discerning ways. However, we want to let you know that these beings do not operate in a linear fashion as your human does. These beings have abilities to, for the sake of example, be in Detroit, Michigan, United States, 1 second, and a split second later, they are light years away. These beings operate in different dimensions of consciousness, as these beings have ascended beyond the limited vibrations that the majority of humans on this planet now are currently holding. These beings are of love. These beings are here to assist the human collective raising in consciousness, as these beings have had different times and spaces and dimensions as different types of other different types of beings, which also played in a realm similar to Earth that was of density. It was through this similar yet very, very different experience that these beings have learned how to transcend energies, how to upgrade technologies. The technology of these beings is highly telepathic. Will these beings connect to humans by 2027 in a way that humans would communicate? No. Will these beings connect with humans by 2027? Yes. However, These beings understand frequency and vibration, and they are actively helping your human condition by upgrading DNA technologies in select souls who have expressed interest in operating at these higher frequencies and dimensions. So, dear soul, we ask that you keep an open mind and an open heart, and that you know this will not unfold in the way that your human mind could possibly conceive at this moment. However, these beings just would like to express more than anything their boundless compassion and love. There shall be no fear, as these beings are full of beaming love. The wars and conflicts that are appearing on the Earth stage at this point in time are actually great evidence of a collective healing happening. More and more on the planet are waking up to more of their true nature as multidimensional beings. These wars and conflicts you may think of as a larger collective wound, a wound that exists in millions, billions of souls, both that have already passed through physical form, beings that are currently in physical form, beings who are to be here in physical form. And the circumstances on your planet have caused these energies to be wrestled or disturbed from their deep, dormant state. Just as on a personal level, as you are healing wounds and trauma imprints within your body and mind, that this is happening on a larger scale. Love is the most powerful, highly guiding source of healing in the universe. The nature of existence is expansion, growth, and love. And in a very roundabout way, these wars are deepening this love. These wars and conflicts are deepening compassion and wisdom on your planet. Hatred and wishing ill will for any other human by a human is damaging the person who holds that towards another, not that other person, not that other party. However, there are many who are still on your planet who have not understood this truth. Ego has taken over on your planet. Egoic structures have been allowed to solidify far more than maybe a harmonious climate on your planet. However, you must know, dear soul, that this is light being shined into the deepest, darkest crevices and corners. And this is awakening compassion and wisdom within the larger collective's heart and soul. There is nothing to fear, as this is just a manifestation of patterns of energy and consciousness like any other experience on your planet. The natural force of unconditional love that guides all things, even these men with hate in their heart, is guiding our collective consciousness towards love. Love has immense power of healing and reorganization. So, yes, it may appear that things are getting worse before they get better. However, you must know that a state of love and harmony is the homeostasis to which this unconditional love energy points. So we're asking you to hold space for yourself, for others who are hurt on your planet, but we're asking you to not dwell in the fear or in the pain, but each individual soul to open to the highest state of love possible for themselves as this love ripples out in incredible ways that touches more hearts and more souls than you will ever be able to conceive in this human form. Love still very much exists on your planet. Love very much still runs through every fiber of consciousness. So we ask you to love yourself, feeling whatever you're feeling, but always surrender to this flow of love. As more and more wake up on your planet, this will cause combustion in the energy fields of those who are not ready for truth. Since they do have free will, they are more than welcome to choose the path of fear and hatred. However, this is not an expansive or growth inducing energy. So, those who are identifying with love and peace are setting the stage in consciousness for what the world is like next. Within your lifetime, yes, these wars will end. Love will be a guiding force. This will come through a shared crisis that this combustion of energy creates. Only those who are aligned with the highest frequencies of love and peace will have the energy and strength and resources to continue on. As there are many souls who are leaving the physical world and leaving physical form to learn these energies and have these activations in another time and another space. So we ask you in closing to please nurture the love in your very heart in this very now moment and allow that to ripple outwards now. And then you will know deep in your heart that you are part of this planet's phenomenal healing. It is done. So I hope that was helpful for you today. Leave your question in the comments down below, or you can email me privately and just let me know if you want this to be anonymous, but I'll answer your questions. These come out every Tuesday. So we'll talk to you soon. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want, share this video with other people who enjoy hearing truths like this. And lots of love. See you in the next one. Bye.